Dear students, let us proceed to next unit from your workbook, that is note making. What do you mean by note making? You read a part of paragraph or you read an entire lesson and you pick out the main points and make a note of them. Actually, when we are going to answer objective type questions or short answers, we are not going to write the entire lesson. We are just mentioning the important part or important point from that part of the lesson. So let us now look into some of the rules and regulations that we should keep in mind while note making. Note making is a useful study skill. This involves two stages. In order to make notes, what do you require? ಒಂದು ಲೆಸನನ್ನು ಓದಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಸಂಕ್ಷಿಪ್ತ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಥವಾ ಅದರ ಖಾಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಮುಖ್ಯ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಬರೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳೋದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಟ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ನೋಟ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು? Reading and comprehending. First of all, we need to read that paragraph and we need to understand that paragraph. ಒಂದು ಪ್ಯಾರಾಗ್ರಾಫನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಲೆಸನನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳದಿದ್ದರೆ ಅದರ ಮೇನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸನ್ನು ನಮಗೆ ಪಿಕ್ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ರೀಡ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಗ್ರಾಫ್, ದೆನ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಗ್ರಾಫ್, ದೆನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪಿಕ್ ಔಟ್ ದ ಮೇನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಗ್ರಾಫ್. Then identifying the main and sub-points, keeping the purpose of the reading in mind. Now for example, if at all I ask you, I give you a paragraph on air pollution and maybe the question that is asked to you, what are the reasons for air pollution? So when you read the lesson or when you read that paragraph, your focus should be only to find out the reasons for air pollution. Similarly, whichever para you read, you should keep in mind the purpose of reading. What are the questions that you are going to answer through that reading should be kept in mind. We shall look at two formats for making notes. So in this paragraph or in this unit, we will study two formats, for making notes. Now we are going to read this paragraph slowly and understand it. Read the following passage and the notes below it. Now one example they have given you. Let us read the paragraph and also let us read the question answers that have been given to you at the end. Soil is your garden's natural medium. So it is vital for the health and successful growth of your plants and crops that you keep it well maintained. Soil is basically rock that's been ground down by the effects of the weather over a long period of time and made fertile by decayed organic matter derived from dead insects and leaves. There are hundreds of different soil types, but they can broadly be classified as sandy, loamy or clay, referring to their basic texture. It is texture that affects the drainage, aeration and nutrient content of the soil, and you may have to take steps to improve on this in certain types of soil. Take a handful of soil and run a small amount between your forefinger and thumb. Although all soils contain varying proportions of sand, silt and clay, you will readily be able to tell the difference between the main types. Sandy soil feels gritty when dry and even its wet particles will stick together. Loamy, on the other hand, can be molded in the hand when moist, but the particles aren't at all sticky and gritty and are fairly loose when dry. Clay soil is sticky and smooth when wet, but becomes polished when rubbed and baked hard when dry. So in this they have given mainly the types of soil and how to make out which type of soil when we look into They have features. Now let us see the main points or the questions that are asked from the paragraph. Soil, garden's natural growth medicine. So what is soil? The question has been asked. So when you read the paragraph, this you should keep in mind. The question that is asked should be kept in mind while you are reading the paragraph. So what is soil has been asked here. So you have to give 3 points answers now. Soil is garden's natural growth medicine. It is formed by hard rock and made fertile by decayed organic matter. Now texture is asked. Texture, when it's asked, you have to go for classification and effect on. So classification is sandy, loomy and clay, and effect on drainage, aeration, nutrient content. Next, 3. Distinction between soil types. When dry, sandy feels gritty, loomy fairly loose, clay polished when rubbed and baked hard. So here they have asked just direct 3 questions that you need to answer after reading the paragraphs. So when you read the paragraph, you should keep in mind the questions that have been asked, and these questions you have to answer point wise, and you have to write the exact answer for the questions. You are not going to write in a sentence, in an entire sentence. That is not called note making. So what is the meaning of note making? When lecturers give you some lecturing in the classroom, you are not going to write everything whatever they say, right? You are going to make important points. So the meaning of note making is writing down the important points. Now let us go to passage 1, read it. The defense mechanism of the human body is a gift of nature provided to human beings. The power of our body to fight against disease producing agents is known as defensive mechanism, and it depends upon various factors which can be categorized mainly into 2 types: common factors and special factors. Amongst the common factors, the most important is the health of human beings. We all know that if we have good health, our body automatically remains protected against diseases. For keeping good health, one should have nutritious, balanced diets. A balanced diet is that which contains carbohydrates, fat, proteins, vitamins in proportionate amount. Among the special factors in the skin of our body which can cause diseases through cuts and abrasions. Therefore, a cut or an abrasion should never be left open. In case there is no bandage or medicine available, it may be covered with a clean cloth. So the main focus is on the defense mechanism of a human body, and also they have given how to keep our immune system strong. So there have been various themes in this paragraph. Let us proceed and see the note given below. The above passage 1 can be diagrammatically expressed in several ways depending on the needs of the user. Look at the following 2 notes of the above passage and complete them by filling in the blank boxes. Try to express the passage diagrammatically in your own way. So they have given here questions in a diagrammatical form. Diagram has been given. You have to fill in the main points. Okay. So here you see they have left some columns blank, and you need to answer those columns. Now defense mechanism of body can be defined as power of body, and depends upon, they have not given the answer, that you have to write the answer. To fight against what? It is also not given. Then the categorized into all those things you have to fill in reading the paragraph. That is called note making. If you keep like this note making, even when you study for exam this way, it will be very, very useful for you. You just keep in mind the important points. So the question was defense mechanism of body, something is cut out here, can be defined as power of body and depends upon various factors to fight against diseases producing agents and categorized into common factors and special factors. Common factors includes health of human beings should have nutritious balanced diet containing carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins. So when we go to categorize into special factors, so there are two factors. Okay, the human mechanism is categorized into two factors, depends upon two factors. Okay, special factors are important is skin can be caused through cuts and abrasions, should be covered with clean cloth, and in case there is no availability of bandage or medicine. So there have been another paragraph they have given you, diagram they have been given you to fill it up. Let us fill that also. So defense mechanism of human body is a gift of nature, can be defined as the power of the body to fight against disease producing agents. So all these answers you get from the paragraph. Okay, so defense mechanism of human body depends on various factors. Those are characterized into common factors and special factors. The most important is health. To keep good health, one should have nutritious balanced diet, and special factors can cause disease covered with clean cloth in case bandage medicine is unavailable. So I hope you have already learnt the way how should you take a note making. Okay, it's very easy. First of all, you should understand the paragraph that you are reading. You should need to understand the meaning of the paragraph. Then secondly, you need to keep in mind the important points or the sub points, because the purpose should be clear in your mind. Purpose is to answer the question, particular question. Read the particular question that you are going to answer in that paragraph. Keeping in mind that question, read the paragraph. That is, even the comprehension passage is done in the similar way. So I hope you have understood how to take note making. So we can read once again this, if you have not understood, let's go through once again this paragraph, and also let us try to answer the questions these are given. Okay, what are the first question that has been given to you is here, defense mechanism of the body can be defined, they have given, and depends upon, where is that answer? So the defense mechanism of the human body is a gift of nature provided to human beings. The power of a body's fight against diseases, disease producing agents is known as defense mechanism and depends upon various factors. The answer is given here. So that depends upon various factors. Okay. Now can be defined as the power of the body to fight against, they are already given here, see there. The power of the body to fight against disease producing agents. Okay, that is the answer there. Next, can be categorized into, now this defense mechanism of the body can be categorized into common factors and simple factors. Answer is here, direct answers are there, but sometimes the answers are not direct, that time you will find difficult to find the answer. Then characterized into, first is a common factor, right? Into common factor, then special factor. Now this common factor includes health of, the most important is the health of human beings. Okay, health of human beings, and then should have, what it should have, health of human beings. You all know that we have good health, our body automatically remains protected against diseases. For keeping good health, one should have nutritious balanced diet. Okay, one should have nutritious balanced diet, and it should contain what it should contain, nutritious balanced diet, It contains carbohydrates, fat, proteins and vitamins. All these things should be included in a nutritious diet. Okay, then next second paragraph you have to fill in. You have special common factors. Common factors, which are the common special factors, special factors and among special factors important is, among special factors is the skin of our body, which can cause diseases through cuts and abrasions. That also is important for to have defense mechanism. The skin of the body, that is the special important skin, can cause diseases through cuts and abrasions. We have already seen. Should be covered with should never be left open in case there is no bandage. Should be covered with bandage. Here they have not given direct answer. So the second sentence is here. The sentence followed is in case there is no bandage. With that sentence we understand that it should be covered with bandage. So in case there is no bandage, in case there is no availability of bandage, or you can use or medicine available, it may be covered with clean cloth. It may be covered with clean cloth. Bandage or medicine. Bandage or medicine should be covered with clean cloth in case there is no availability of bandage or medicine. So I think you have got already how to answer. Okay, you need to read the paragraph carefully. I need to answer the questions carefully. So that's all for this unit, this part of note making. We shall proceed same note making lesson in the next coming video.